So tonight we're going to do a very simple light setup, cheap and easy. We're going to use one speed light and one umbrella. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you joined. I'm Clay Souza. I'm a wedding and portrait photographer in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. So, and we are watching this at Clay Souza Official. This is the 808 with Clay. Every Monday and Wednesday, we go live to talk about photography. We talk about the three pillars of an amazing photographer, which are lighting, posing, and composition. So we use those three pillars to show and teach people photography. It would be a pleasure to have you guys joining our Instagram feed at Clay Souza Official or our YouTube channel. If you are on YouTube, give us a subscribe down there, right? Help us out a little bit. Clay Souza Official. All right, 808 with Clay. Let's get going. So today I have beautiful Claire here to be our model, right? And it's the first time that we work together. I know Claire because I photographed her sister wedding. Well, Hannah for a while. I know Hannah for a while. Yeah. People know Hannah actually. Some of those people have been workshops that I taught when Hannah was a model there. Okay. Yeah. I believe it. Yeah, and so Hannah got married. I already knew you from social media or other stuff, but the environment, yeah. But you know, we got closer on Hannah's wedding, and now she's here modeling for us. So thank you, Claire, for coming tonight, and let's get going. So guys, like I said, we're going to do like a very simple, easy setup here to make sure that we prove that it's possible to start with photography, because on our Monday on live, we priced up everything, right? We did the price of speed light, the price of triggers, the price of umbrella, light stands, and everything. And I think the total came down to like $375, was less than $400, right? So we talked about it. Today we're going to show it, how we do one simple light setup. Is this going to be amazing? It's going to be like, wow? No, it's not going to be it. But this is a live that and I'm sorry, the more advanced people who are here, but at some point we need to go back, because we're getting about like 10 subscribers every day. There's a lot of beginners coming to the channel. Sometimes we have to go back and create some content from them also, right? There's always something to be learned. So if you guys have questions, if you guys have ideas, just put them there. I will be working with your ideas too. So we're going to use that white wall over there and that little sad stool right in the middle there.
It's a happy stool.
It looks like a pretty sad scene, doesn't it? Oh my goodness. All right, so we're going to sit Claire here for us for now. And the way I want to do this, yeah, I'm wearing my Crocs today, so tonight. There you go. So I'm going to start with some headshots type of thing, right? Just headshots, and then if you have time, you're going to do other type of posing and stuff. Let me start my timer here. Otherwise, I'll go all night talking. Okay, so we're going to pose Claire over there. The first thing you're going to do, you're going to get our light stand. Right? I have the mag grip on the top here, and we're going to position that about what, 30 degrees, a little bit to the side, a little bit, and we're going to get our flash, our speed light, and put it right there. Cool. Let's turn it this way a little bit, and then we're going to put our umbrella in there. Okay. This is going to be our light for the night. This is how we're going to shoot this. So turn the flash on. So I'm going to be shooting probably most of the time, at least, with my R6 and 100, is that 100? Yeah, 100 millimeter, hey Yoda, 100 millimeter macro lens. This is what I'm going to shoot with. This is a great portrait lens, guys. If you have this lens, if you haven't used this for portrait, you should try it, because it's an amazing portrait lens. All right. So one of the things that I'm going to point the flash to her. One of the things that I hear people talking a lot about, hey Gilda, so a lot about when they start with flash, like, oh, I don't know where to position my light, or I don't know how high the light should be, all that kind of stuff, right? And sometimes that prevents them from getting stuff done because they don't know how to do that. Let me see if I can turn this light off a little bit. Hold on. Like that, yeah. So there's a big glare over there. So, and this pretends, hey, J. Moore. So this, the fact that they don't know, like simple details, like how high the light should be, or how much to the side should be, how flash intensity, how much power, how do I start? This is all things that we need as beginners. When we begin, we need to get this out of our head, right? Don't overcomplicate stuff. Don't hey Chanel, don't make it harder on yourself. So what we're gonna do, this is how I approach this. I'm putting the light here, a little bit to the side, on this height, and I take a picture, and I look at the picture, right? Sometimes I'll tell you, it's more important to know what you're looking for on the picture than really how high or how to the side. Because you take a picture, and if it's not what you want, you just adjust, right? So we need to, when you're starting, we need to get away from just things that sometimes prevent us from starting something because, oh, I don't know where to put the light. I don't know how high the light should be. No. So you're going to start with the light here. I'm 5'8", so the light here, we're going to start with this. It's pretty much like as high as my face, and I'm about like, what? 30-degree angle type of thing to her. And I'm going to turn the light on, and I'm going to shoot. And let's see. I'm going to shoot, and then I'm going to show you what I did. So let me see. My light is at 32B, 164, and I'm going to test it. All right, and I'm going to shoot. All right, Claire, look at me here. Stay facing me for now. Well, it helps if I turn the camera on. And just look at me. 1, 2, 3. There you go. All right. So this is our first shot. Now that I took the first shot, I'm going to start looking what are the problems, what I need to do to make this shot better, right? So what are the issues that you guys see here? Okay. So one of them is this big shadow on the background here, right? So the light's hitting her and it's traveling and falling on the wall, right? So that's the first thing you need to fix. So if you guys remember the inverse square law, right? I'm not going to go over it now. Let me bring this umbrella a little bit closer. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to bring the umbrella closer, bring the light closer to her. Once you bring the light closer, you can decrease the power, which means that the light's not going to travel as far and the fall off should be much faster because the power is less. So I'm going down from 64 to 128, and let's see what happens. I think, put your nose towards that way a little bit, keep your eyes here on me. I'll give my hint of a smile. 1, 2, and 3. Let's see. Yeah. So I decrease the light a little. This is not right. The light a little bit, and I think now I'm not getting enough light on her. I'm still getting a little bit of the shadow there, but the shadow is not as strong as it used to, right? And I think she needs a little bit more light. Okay, so maybe 128 is. I'm going to go back to 64 and 3. Let's see how that looks. Look at me again. Let's go. Where are you? Are you there? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that is a much better light on her, right? So here you go. Now we have good light on her. I actually, looking at the picture here on the back of the camera, I don't know how much of this you guys can see there. I still think the light's a little bit too strong on her. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move the light away a little bit, because I'm at 164. And I know the previous shot that I did at 128. And now the next one is 164. So 128 I thought was a little bit too weak, right? So now I'm going to go 64 is too strong, 128 is a little bit weak. What I do in this situation, I just move the light a little bit back. So I'm going to move the light just a little bit back here. It's about a foot. And let's take the shot again. All right, 1, 2, and 3. Yes. That's good. So let's do another one. Where are you? 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to go a little bit more than headshots. And I'm going to go close up here on her. Let's do that. 1, 2, and 3. It's a little bit of a little bit more on the harder side, the light. It's a little bit more on the harder side because I moved the light a little bit away from her. You can see a little bit more hard shadows on her nose on this side here, right? Which is fine, because what happens is that the more I move this light to the side, the more split I'm gonna get, right? If you want to do some split lighting, I'm gonna go there, look at me here, 1, 2, and 3. So now she has the total split of the light, right? One side is on light, another side is totally on shadow, right? So what happens to that is usually very common on fashion photography, that type of stuff, the split lighting. But there's one thing that I want to call your attention to is this guy over here. Let me go back one of the pictures here. I was going to do tethering, but I couldn't find my tethering cable. One thing that you need to be concerned when you do one light setup is pretty much the shadow on the chin, how much shadow we have here. For me, it's a little bit too dark down on her chin there, right on her neckline. It's a little bit, so let me blow it up here and show you. It's a little bit dark there. So what we're going to do, actually, we're going to change the light a little bit now, because for me, my style, this light's a little bit too low. But because we're doing one light setup only, if I raise the light too high, I'm going to create more shadows under the chin. So what we're going to do, I'm going to now at this point, now that I showed that it's possible to do something somewhat really good with one light setup and one umbrella, right? So we're going to do, I'm going to raise the light and I'm going to bring a filler, not a light, but you're going to bring a reflector, because this is a little bit more of my style. The light a little bit higher here, all right? And let's take that shot and see what happens. So I move the light back. Because I moved the light back, I need to bump the power a little bit. And let's see. Look at me here. 1, 2, and 3. Yep, let's do that again. Let's go over here now. 1, 2, and 3. All right, cool. So look at that light there. All right. I think that's a pretty decent light for one umbrella and one speedlight setup. Very quick, very easy to do, and there is a little bit of light coming down her neck still. We're still getting light there, right? Now, if I bring a reflector, let's see if we can get a little bit more light under her chin. Here on her neck area, right? Let's see if we can get a little bit more light in there. What we're going to do, we're going to put this stool over here, I'm going to use the silver side because it's going to be a little bit far from her. The silver side is going to give me a little bit more specular highlights than the white side. You're good, you're good. Like that. All right, so let's see what we can do with that one. See, the goal here now is to really bring some more light under her chin, right? And here is the reflector, and I'm using the silver side. Some of this light, remember, one of the challenges with the umbrella is that the umbrella throws light all over, okay? So the umbrella, remember the light travels this way. And what I'm trying to accomplish here is so the light's going to travel this way over here, hit that reflector, and come back and feel a little bit of the light under her chin. Okay? Let's try that. I'm going to do vertical now. All right. Let's go like 1, 2, and 3. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. All right. That's exactly what it did. So let's compare a little bit here. Look at her neck line here. How much shadows we have in there. This is without the reflector. And just make sure I got moving this in the right direction. And this one here is with the reflector. Without and with. So if you look at her neck, you can pretty much say here you have a whole lot more light than this one here. This one's not bad neither. It's not bad. I don't think it's bad. I mean, I kind of like it the way it is. But this one here has way less light on the neck than here, than this one, actually. Because the reflector is actually bringing light back into her. All right? So, hey, Paul. So, Anthony is here. Paul, how are you? How are you guys? I'm just saying hi to people today. Okay, cool. David, how are you, David? Thanks for joining. So, what we have, one speed light, one umbrella, and one reflector to bounce light back. I'm going to take this reflector away from now because I really don't think it's, without the reflector, it's going to, didn't look bad. But that's one way to manage the light underneath. I've actually done headshots where I had the subject holding the reflector for me, like this. If you hold this for me, just hold. Yeah, you can hold it right close, like here. No, down there towards you. Yeah, like that. Yeah. So we can do this because we're doing headshots, right? We're not going to show the reflector. You can just go here. You're going to see it's going to put a lot of light back on her, right? 1, 2, and 3. All right, cool. See how much light is bouncing back on her? Right? So there are some light stands that are proper to holding a reflector, so you don't have to get your subject holding the reflector. But if you have a lighting assistant, that's the way to do it. Okay? So I'm going to go back to the setup that I kind of like. So the speed light's up there. I'm about, 30 to 45 degrees to her. And again, I'm going to try to create a little bit of Rembrandt light, right? If you guys remember, we did a whole light pattern session one time. So the Rembrandt light, hey. So the Rembrandt light is so when you create a triangle of light under the opposite eye. The eye is on the shadow side, has a little triangle, inverse triangle under the eye, right? So let's try to do the Rembrandt light now. Let me see. I think that might do it. We may have to adjust a little bit, but let's try it. Pretty cool. Move it. Yeah, tip your nose there. 1, 2, and 3. I think I need to go a little bit more to the side. And these guys, when you make those changes are really tiny, really small movements that makes a big difference in lighting. All right. So I move the light a little bit to the side. 1, 2, and 3. your nose that way a little bit more. There you go. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, too much. Go back to me. Yeah, keep pointing to me. 1, 2, and 3. There you go. We got it. You see, one of the things is that if you guys heard me saying, is that I positioned the light and I wasn't still not getting it, so I started moving her nose a little bit this way, that way, and then until we get it, and then there it is. You can see she's lit on one side, right? And there's a little triangle of light there under her eyes. So this is the Rembrandt light that we can create also. Okay, so with one light set up, so we actually, you guys saw already, 3 lights set up, right? It wasn't I was intending to do this, but you already 3 lighting patterns. That's what I want to say. One set up, 3 lighting patterns. One was the loop light, where you have a little bit of shadow by the nose over here, and hello. And the second one that we did was the split. Remember that we moved the light over there. You got the split light, like one side is totally on light, totally lit, and the other side is on shadow. And now we just did the Rembrandt light. Okay? So now that we have worked, we have proved that you can start your photography business if you want to with one speed light and one umbrella. And I mean, if you're not counting, we did the math on Monday. Was like umbrella, speed light, a trigger to fire the camera off, fire the camera, fire the flash off camera, tripod, and I think we came down to like less than $400. Okay, and it works. This is a really good way to get started with flash photography, because one of the things that I want to do is to make people understand that you don't have to, in the beginning, you don't have to go out there and buy all of these expensive and fancy lights. It's really not necessary, because you can start here. Actually, starting here is even better, because now you have very little resources. You have to get creative with this, right? And this is a very simple setup, like you're seeing here. So I'm literally on the living room here on my home, and we're shooting. We could do like full headshot, business headshot sessions here, but I use like 2-3 lights set up for that case. In this case, because we have a white background and she has red hair, we don't need a separation light in this point. It would be cool, but because this live is supposed to be one light set up, so I'm not going to add another light. This is supposed to be one light set up, right? So, but the day that we do more light set up, we can put like a hair light. Her hair would look really, really cool. Okay, so let's look at some posing then. Now that we have a little bit of time, let's look at some posing. So I'm going to shoot some shots, and I want you guys to pay attention how I'm directing her and what she's doing there. You're not going to see me, we're going to see her. You're going to see how it works. One of the things that if you are a beginner, one of the things that you need to always be concerned about is where your key light is coming from. Key light, main light is always the same thing, okay? So your key light, I started with one speed light and West got Apollo for 2 years. There you go, Brandon. Yeah, there you go. Testimony right there. That's how it goes. And today, Brandon is a great on lighting, amazing lighting that he does. So one of the things that if you're a beginner, you need to be concerned about, you need to be aware of, not concerned about, aware of, is which direction your main light is coming from, right? In this case, it's coming from camera right. So every time I'm posing Claire, I need to be aware of this, because Claire is not, I mean, she has a job, she models, but she's not a professional model. When you work with professional models, they just do this, they already know where the key light is, you don't need to say anything, they already know. But with Claire, she knows that what we need to do is always be looking either towards me, right, or towards the light. Because if she looks Camera left, camera left, that's right. Camera left, I'm going to be lighting the back of her head. Okay, so if you're a beginner, this is a hint, a tip here for you. Always watch which side of the, when you're posing, always point the face towards the light. My style of lighting is body away from the light, face to the light. This is how I like to pose. So, and that's how we're going to start with Claire here. So Claire, let me get you, do you want that stool, the little stool? Yeah. Let me get you a stool here. So I'm getting her a stool, so make her a little bit more comfortable. Put her legs and her feet on. So yeah. Yeah. So lean in into your nose. Yeah, and look towards the camera, towards the light that way. Yeah, let me just. You good? All right, cool. Yes, bring your hair. Yes, beautiful. Yeah, look at me. No, keep your eyes over there. Sorry. Your eyes over there. 1, 2, and 3. All right, let me bump the light a little bit more. Just 2 clicks more. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Yeah, now bring your eyes to me here a little bit. 1, 2, and 3. Give my hint of a smile. Ha ha ha. Let's go. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. Let's play with that hair a little bit. You have beautiful hair. So, where are you? There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. I want you to lean into me a little bit more. There you go. I like that look for you. Yeah, 1, 2, and 3. Awesome. Okay, so sometimes you have to stop and look at the camera because she's leaning, all right? Because she's leaning, now we get a little bit of a light that's a little bit split because look at the light, which is cool. I mean, I like it. I mean, I keep telling you guys, embrace the shadows, embrace the shadows. It all depends on what you want, what you do. There's no right, there's no wrong. Well, there's right and wrong, but most of the time lighting is all you want, right? Sometimes people want hard shadows, people want split lighting, that's fine. But what's happening here is that, watch how we change. So go back to your pose, the original pose, how we started. Now, how we started. Remember, you see, that's how we started, right? And go to the last pose that I asked you to do. You see how much we changed the pose now? So she was totally straight, now she's leaning in and she's moving away that way. So now the light needs to be adjusted. So you're going to lower the light a little bit here. Because now she's leaning, she's literally a little bit lower than the light, right? A little bit more lower than the light than what I want. And I asked her to look at me. I could ask her to move her nose towards the light. Play with the hair for me. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so, and just stay on that pose for me for a little bit. So, you see, that's a pretty good light on her. Now, if I ask her to move her nose towards me, we're going to get more shadows on the other side, right? 1, 2, and 3. See, now I have a little bit of a split light, which is very different from the other light. Just that little movement on the nose, that's all we did. Just move the nose. The light stays in the same place, just move the nose. So this is the type of thing that you need to be aware. Cosmopolitan image. Thanks for joining. So this is the type of thing that you need to be aware when we're posing. We need to be aware where it is in relationship to the light. Okay? So let's keep moving, let's keep working. So one thing I'm going to do to fix this for good, I'm going to bring the light a tiny little bit towards the front. I don't want to bring it much to the front because I still want shadows. If I bring the light totally to the front, you see this light here that's on me, it's flat light. Light from the head, lights here, from under the cabinet here, it's flat light. There's no shadow, there's no dimension to my face right now. All right, and we don't want to do that. We always want a little bit of shadow because shadows create dimension to the face. All right, so that's why I'm not bringing the light completely towards her, towards the front. Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah, just keep your nose a little bit more to the light for me. There you go. Yeah. Smile. I love it. Very good. Very good. Very good. Yep. Let me see. Very cool. Can you stand up a little bit more for me? Yeah, not too much. Yeah, sit up straight. Yeah, like that. Keep working with that head. Oh yeah, I like that. Hold, hold, hold. Can you bring the hand a little bit more into the front? Yes. Good. 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, this is great. Beautiful, Claire. Keep doing that. From that same angle on your face. Yes, keep moving. I love it. Good. Bring just the eyes to me. See, guys, just watch to listen to this. So, oh, what happened? This last picture didn't fire. No, you did. So if you paid attention to my direction, I just said, bring your eyes to me. I didn't ask her to look at me because she was a little bit to the side. If I asked her to look at me, she would move her nose towards me, and I didn't want that. The only reason I asked her to move her eyes to me because she was looking too much that way. There was too much white on the eye. I always like seeing a little bit of white on both sides of the eyes, right? So I asked her, bring your eyes to me, and that was pretty much it. Claire, can you get up, stand up a little bit? Let's do some stand up. Let's do another series here of standing up. And so as she stood up, what needs to happen? The light needs to go up, right? So I'm not moving. I'm not moving the light. Move this way a little bit more for me. There you go. Well, now I have to move the light because I moved her. But, yeah. So let's work on some posing here. So let's mix this with a little bit of posing, right? Now we have a few more minutes to do. So now she's standing, but the theory, that at least the way I like posing, is the same. Body away from the light and face towards the light, right? So now just watch and listen to me posing her, okay? Claire, you just facing me. You're going to do exactly what I asked you to do. Right? So if I ask her to turn to the left, what would be, right? Exactly. So if I tell her turn to the left, go ahead and turn it, right? See what she did? She turned to her left. What I meant was my left, not her left, right? So when I'm posing, I'm always avoiding right and left. For two reasons. Number one is a lot of people don't know what right and left is, right? Who knows? Okay, in this live here, who knows somebody who don't know where right and left is? Just hit that hot button there if you know somebody who doesn't know what right and left is. If I could, I would hit mine like 10 times because I know somebody who doesn't know what left is. The other day we were driving. I thought this was funny. Sorry, Danny, but I'll have to tell you the story. The other day I was driving. Yeah, a lot of people, right? The other day I was driving. Hey, Chris, miss you. Hey, Pam. So the other day I was driving, and then it goes like, to the right. And I turned to the right, and she goes like, to the right. I said, well, this is the right. I said, no, the other way. So she meant to the left. So some people don't know what right and left is. When you're posing, two reasons not to say right or left. One, people don't know what right and left is. And what do you mean? You mean my right or your right? So that gets confusing. So this is how I do it. This is my timer. This is how I do it. I go like turn this way, this way. This way. I don't use right and left, right? So Claire, are you facing me now? All right? Now, another thing that to observe when she did, when I asked her to turn to the left, to the right, I'm getting confused here. To the left, right? I asked her to turn to the left, yeah. So she turned completely, and that's not what I wanted, okay? So the way I do this, right? Claire, turn a little bit that way for me. Keep turning. Perfect, right there. Stop right there. See, I didn't ask her. I said turn a little bit this way for me, and she went a little bit. Keep turning. Perfect, right there. So now her body is away from the light. Right now, you're going to bring her nose back into the light. Bring your nose back into the light. All right. So I'm not talking about look at the light. Not bring your nose back to the light, and then we're going to fix the eyes if I need to. Okay. So let's look there. Claire, can you bring your hands over here for me? like this. Now I'm mirroring, right? So I'm showing her here. I need you to break your hips away from the camera, like this. All right, and this knee here, exaggerate this knee a little bit. Yeah, very good. And bring this hand over here for me. There you go. Put a chin down a little bit. There you go. Cool. Very good. This is what we're going to do. Let's see what we get here. Let's go, because now we changed completely the light. We change everything. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Let me go this way. 1, 2, and 3. Beautiful. Let me try this a little bit. I think it's a little bit strong on her. I'm clicking down, like maybe 2 clicks down the light. Just to, there you go. Just to make it a little bit more. There's still a little bit of a loop light on her. You can see the shadow on her nose on the other side. But there you go. Now that we have the light diode, as long as I'm aware where the light direction can go, I don't need to look at the camera. I don't need to change lights. I don't need to do anything, because the environment here is controlled. The ambient light's not changing, so I don't need to worry about changing lights, right? So, all right, Claire. Now you're going to be facing me now. Okay, I want more like a strong stance. I want you to look at that like a badass, like you are badass. I know that you and Hannah are pretty badass. There you go, boss lady. Give it to me. Yep. Oh yeah. Hold on. Let me move this way here. Let's do this. 1, 2, and 3. Put a chin up a little bit. Yes. So guys, chin up always shows a little bit more confidence, right? If you want your subjects to look more confident, a little bit too much. Let's go back there. Yeah. Just like what you look at me right now. What's in your face, right? Yes. There you go. Now let's get cute on me. Get play with the hair. Get cute. Let's go. 1, 2, and 3. Yeah. Yepper. Pretty cool. Let me go over here. I'm shooting a different angle here a little bit. I'm moving all the way. I'm using a 100 millimeter, and I need a little bit more room than what I have here already. I need you to bring the hand, this hand over here, a little bit more into the frame, more into the upper thirds. Yeah, like that. Watch the elbow pointing to the camera. Bring the, no, you can't. This is another, yeah, go back to the elbow the way you were. This is another thing to be aware of. Everything that's closer to the camera looks bigger, right? If she's pointing the elbow to the camera like that, it's going to look bigger. And the way to solve this, just bring it down a little bit, like that. That's how you solve it. Okay? Let's go, let's do that. 1, 2, and 3. Pretty cool. Let me go back here a little bit, and I'm gonna go vertical. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. Keep playing with the hair. Oh, well done. I saw what you did. I saw what you did there. No, I saw what you did there. But you cut up pretty fast. That is pretty good. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. So let's try something here. Let's turn around that way for me. That way to the wall. Yeah. And we're going to go like one. And you're going to turn actually like about 45 degrees to the light. And you're going to turn towards me like that way. All right? Let's see how that's going to hit you. I think you went too much that way. Go back a little bit more. Back a little bit more this way. Let me see. Yeah, let's see. 1, 2, and 3. Let's go. Can you come towards me a little bit more? Now you get a little bit of shadows on the wall that I'm not liking. I'm moving the light a little bit further. And can you come towards me a little bit more? Yeah. Let's work on that. Let's go 1, 2, and 3. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. I need that hand, this hand that's hanging here. I need this hand a little bit more on your upper body. Okay? Oh. My stove just turned on. I think it was this guy. Probably when I moved this guy from here, turned the heat on.
Like
above the belt line, yeah. Yeah. There you go. Let's do that. 1, 2, and 3. do that again. Same pose again. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, I love the pose. There's only the hair that's almost crossing the eye. Can you push it back there a little bit there for me? Yeah, let's do that pose again. Yeah. Oh, you're falling again. That's fine. Now it's alright. Put the chin down a little bit more for me. Oh yeah, I like that. Yes, that's good. That's pretty cool. Oh yeah, great images. I mean, amazing, right? You see? Look, actually, let me step out of this a little bit. Yeah, there you go. This is the full image. I'm shooting with the 100mm, so I don't have a whole lot of room here. That's why I'm not doing full body. Oops, the other way. There you go. 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 Right? Guys, you see me doing this, right? One light setup. One light setup. This is as much time as we have tonight. One light setup. One speed light, one umbrella, one light stand, camera lens, and a trigger. It doesn't have to be complicated. This is a very good way to start with photography. Either if you are a beginner, starting with flash, or if you are a natural light photographer, wanting to move into flash photography. This is the very easy way, cheap, you can experiment, and you can do a lot of really good stuff with those images, right? You're not going to be able to light a group of 50 people or 20 people. You're not going to be able to do that. But if you think about the beginning of your flash photography career, this is a very good start. We priced this last week, on Monday, less than $400. All right? So did you guys like this live? Was it useful to you? Did it help somehow? If it did, hit that heart button there. Let me see. Or I'm just like blah, blah, blah. You guys just blah, 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 blah. I don't think so. But if you liked this live, hit that heart button there. Share with a friend. I know you have a friend who could hear this. Share our Instagram feed with them, because you know we always bring in good content to them, and also on our YouTube channel at claysouzaofficial. All right. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you, Claire. Thank you so much for being here tonight with us, and I truly appreciate you guys watching, truly appreciate your follows. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. This live is going to be online in a few, probably in the next hour. First on our YouTube channel at claysouzaofficial. So just go there and watch it there if you want to rewatch from the beginning, the people who missed the beginning. And as long as you're there, hit that subscribe button. Help us out to get some more followers on YouTube. All right? Thank you guys so very much. Have a great night, and I will see you live on Monday.